We're all holding up pretty good, huh? Asked Charlotte Caffey early into the Go-Go's performance Wednesday night at the Roxy, where the full, founding fivesome was playing a public show together for the first time in more than 7 years. It was unclear whether the guitarist/keyboardist was just referring to the band members, now mostly in their late 60s, or to the more collective us, which included a good amount of OG fans, on down to some Go-Curious attendees 4 decades their junior. But the short answer either way was, good God, yes. That certainly went for the band, sounding as good as they ever have, which is awfully good indeed, and went for the part of the audience that's been along for the ride, too. To hear vintage girl power anthems like Skid Marks on My Heart and How Much More performed that muscularly was to feel upheld. And not just because the packed beyond capacity crowd didn't allow an inch anywhere for slouching. The occasion was, as they noted, wanting to practice our Coachella set in advance of the Go-Go's first appearance ever at that festival Friday and their second the following weekend. It was also the kickoff to a very short tour, presumably precipitated by the Coachella booking and lasting just long enough, 5 stops in all, to merit its own t-shirt. These are all bonus shows, apparently, since Belinda Carlisle was saying a couple of years ago that the group was done, having gone out on a high, in her mind, with a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction. But fans certainly felt like there was unfinished business, since drummer Gina Shock wasn't able to participate in their last reunion tour. This short run will be more of a proper finish, if it ends up being that. But let's hope that there's some reason after this for Carlisle and the others to still think of things as being unfinished. As the Roxy show made clear, there's too much tread on those skid marks to park this thing back in the garage. Wednesday's show was bound to have a high sentiment factor beyond celebrating all 5 Go-Go's being back together to play publicly for the first time since the beginning of 2018. The asterisk in that is that the group did do a short tour in 2021 to 22, but with the famous Blondie drummer Clem Burke sitting in for Shock, who had to sit out gigs due to thumb surgery. Burke died just 3 days prior to this Roxy gig, and he was tight enough with the Go-Go's, beyond his quick tenure as an auxiliary member, that there was no doubt he'd get some due on stage. Earlier, bassist Kathy Valentine had written on her Instagram, heartbreakingly, "My best friend. Every variety of love that exists, we had for each other, from romantic to familial. My brother. My constant in all the variables of life. We have over 40 years of history, love, music, vacations, holidays, weddings, birthdays, bands. Every facet of my life for decades," included Clem. Valentine reappeared for the encores Wednesday in a t-shirt bearing Burke's face, but the band got busy paying tribute before that in the main set. "I really miss Gina," said Carlisle, "but I loved Clem. He was so much fun to sing to. I can't tell you. I hope you're listening, Clem. But I did miss Gina," she once again adding, not wanting to cherish the dead over the living. Later, Valentine offered the shortest of tributes, presumably wanting to save anything emotional for the essay she's promised to write, saying, "He was part of our Go-Go family, and we're gonna miss him, but his music will live on forever. Anyone that met Clem loved him, and Gina, I think, is a drummer. You should say something."